Thanks very much, Godfrey. Listen, we've got an interesting segment upcoming here on Bahamas at Sunrise. Laurent Roll is in the studio. He looks like he's about 16, but I'm pretty sure he's a little bit older than that. But he's actually a new author, self-published. And the name of his book is Yellow, a brief story about drinking and self-awareness. Listen, Laurent, I mean, just starting out with the name itself, it's a pretty deep type of subject area to be covering.
Yes,
but firstly, Yellow, what is that?
Yellow is a nickname that I was given by my family on my mother's side, and it just stuck.
It just stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the book. Now, did the book call you, or did you call the book? You know, normally with these types of stories, yeah.
Well, what happened was I made a conscious decision that I wanted to stop drinking. It had to happen. So I decided that I was gonna take matters into my own hands, and through that, it was a long process, but I was able to overcome certain things, and I decided that instead of surpassing that and then moving on, I would tell my story in case anyone needed guidance or just encouragement on their journey.
You know what? That's a pretty significant thing. I gotta just applaud you immediately for the courage it takes to do something like this, because usually people go through these things in silence, and then they try to keep it as a secret. But you actually embraced there was an issue.
Yes, sir.
And this actually started at an early age.
Yes, sir. The first time that I was actually drunk, not just the first drink, but the first time I was drunk was at the age of 8.
8?
So, yes, sir, at the age of 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't ask you about the circumstances surrounding that. I'm sure that is
in
the book.
Yes,
but you say you want to tackle the normalcy about drinking in our culture. I mean, everywhere you turn, you tend to see it. And actually, sometimes we tend to take this for granted, but it is a serious problem. And as you speak about it in your book, it's exposed to everybody, whether they're children or whether you're young adults or whether you're old.
Yes, sir. I think the problem with drinking has to do a lot with self-awareness, because aside from just seeing it as being normal to give young kids alcohol and stuff like that, I think that we also shy away from our emotions. You know that we don't like to deal with certain things, so the first thing we do is pick up the bottle. And I think for most people that the more you escape feelings, the more you use alcohol for escapism, the more it actually takes you down into that path of just demise.
It's 182 pages, and I
Yes,
imagine the words probably just came so easily because it is a memoir about your experiences, it's about your life. It's the first for you.
Yes, sir.
I imagine it won't be the last.
Definitely not. First of all, I want to say about the style of writing, it's very plain spoken, and I was convinced that Bahamians really weren't interested in reading, but a lot of the reviews, I was surprised because people have read the book in like a day or two. And I actually have my second book coming out in December. The working title right now is The Individual Wind, and I just want to demonstrate different faculties, conscious and subconscious, of the mind and how we could overcome them in a way that, I call it the peas and rice version, so we could understand it as Bahamians.
Yeah. Who would you say this book is for?
This book is for anyone going through anything that they feel has a hold on their life. It's not just about drinking, but it's more about how the subconscious faculties of our mind can guide or misguide our life.
It's about the pursuit of self, right?
Yes, sir.
It's about the pursuit of self. Where can people find the book?
You can find the book at my website, which links you to Amazon, which is loveonajourney.com, or you could call me at 558-7391, and I'll pull up anywhere.
All right,
yes,
excellent. Laurent, listen, so the second book is called?
The Individual Wind.
The Individual Wind.
Yes, sir.
All right, great, man. You sound like a very deep individual. I'm wondering, I mean, because it takes a lot of honesty, it takes a lot of courage, once again, to really step into the public limelight and do like this. Where would you say you are in your life's journey?
Where I am right now, I am very comfortable being uncomfortable. As in to say, I am on a journey to just be back home. First of all, I'm glad to be back home and share my story with everyone. And I think I found the courage to be myself and tell my story, because I wish that I would have had someone to tell me these things when I was younger and in school.
Well, definitely, Laurent, I want to thank you very much for joining us at Bahamas at Sunrise. Looking forward to reading the book, actually.
There's your copy, sir.
Wanted to say the yellow man himself, but certainly Laurent Roll joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise in a very honest and open way. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Get yourself a copy. We'll be right back.